take cover, and get your fancy feet flapping. The Supercars Enduro season's here, and the Bend delivered a mild but interesting weekend. Now, before the big pre-Bathurst Enduro got underway, the Red Bulls were making headlines, just not the right ones. During a trial of the new safety car procedure in practice, Jamie Whincup made a boo-boo, collecting the back of the team car driven by Scott Pye. It was a red-faced moment for Whincup that could have threatened his co-driver Brock Feeney's charge for the title. But all that was put to rest when Feeney blew them all away with his 14th pole of the year. And it was enough to put a smile back on Whincup's face. Come the race, there was plenty of action early, as most of the twice-a-year drivers got to show their wares at the start. The wildcards were having their own sheep station slugouts before Todd Hazelwood slipped by Whincup for the lead. And the Shell car's time at the front was made easier when a refuelling glitch for the Whincup and Feeney Chev saw them slip out of contention. Kostecki took the reins from Hazelwood and led to the end, holding out a competitive showing from Cam Waters and Mark Winterbottom, who finished a cheeky second. So from here, the mountain awaits. The Fords look good, but never write off the Bulls, unless of course they write themselves off. Carrera Cup was the top support class and they put on a top show. Harry Jones claimed the first 2 wins despite his rivals throwing everything at him. Behind Jones though, there was lots to talk about. Circuit owner Sam Shahidin didn't much like that our main Rodney Jane was in front of him, so he moved him aside. Indiran Padiachi had this wild off after some contact with the rival, and soon after, the door of his Porsche, blew off. Shahidin had another spin. Dean Cook went the wrong way before a number of cars became the world's most expensive lawnmowers. But nothing would top this ugly Porsche sandwich that ended in a lot of damaged race cars. The final race went the way of Marcus Amond, the Frenchish Finn scoring his first Carrera Cup Australia win in just his second round. Okay, a change of pace now and the MotoGP stars tackled the San Marino Grand Prix. Pedro Acosta's bike spat a chain off, leaving him parked up. Understandably, he wasn't happy with his bike, or the wall for that matter. Hometown hero Pecco Bagnaia saw his chances end in the gravel, leaving Marco Bezzecchi to fight leader Marc Marquez. Bezzecchi's slight miscue was all Marquez needed to seal another emphatic MotoGP win. Now over to the States for NASCAR at Bristol, and yes, the banked bull ring delivered highlights aplenty. Josh was giving it the berries, Bowman blew it early, and this, folks, could have been a way bigger shunt. SVG's final hopes were officially put to bed after a difficult race. Chase Elliott was put into the wall heavily, and Denny Hamlin got caught up with AJ Allmendinger. It was a tiring affair. Christopher Bell kept all 4 tyres on his car to take the win and then destroyed 2 rears with glee. And finally, the famous Suzuka 1000 returned with a huge field of GT3 race weapons. The Porsches punched on early. There were some cool dive bombs, and then other dive bombs that seemed a little bit more optimistic. The pit lane should have been a safe place to play, but it wasn't. Nighttime soon fell and the racing was hot if you could keep the panels on your car. The win eventually went to the number 32 BMW. The team was happy, and so too were the local fireworks distributors. And so with that bang, that's all from me. I'm Richard Craill, your host of Bob's Track Talk, and you'll hear more from me again next week.